breaks coming.
Hi everybody, welcome to Total Strength. My name is Maureen. Total Strength is a toe to head, total body workout with strength in mind. Today I have a set of hand weights on the heavier side, like high, medium, low, high, in that range. If you don't have any weights, not a problem. A lot of what we're doing today will be using our own body weight to get stronger. If you have hand weights, it can be helpful. If you have light hand weights or lighter hand weights than what you would want for the exercises that we're doing with hand weights, your focus will be on form and execution. If you have heavier weights than what would be needed for some of the exercises, drop the weights and turn that exercise into a body weight exercise so that you can do the really good execution of what we're doing. I'm going to start the music and we will get warmed up and get going. All right, warm-up time is always a really good time to check in with your body. Every day is going to be different. You're going to feel different every day. So always check in first before you get started and see what it is that your body is asking of you, what it is that you have access to today for your workout. Take a look around your space. Make sure you have a safe area to work in. And make sure that you also have some water. Let's go on. Let's take a big breath in and release. Reset the shoulders up, back, and down. Let's right away get into our rotations. So tapping the toe and rotating side to side. Let's change our arms. So as you come side to side, you're actually lifting up through the shoulders and tap the toe. So you are getting a little bit of a dynamic stretch through the shins, opening up the shoulders. 4, 3, 2. Now let's reach behind. This leg comes behind. We're opening up the hips. Let's stay with working through that core to open it up. And as we reach behind with our leg, cross the arm in front in a little hook. Stay here. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Let's march it out. Big arms, big legs. So getting the heart rate up just a little bit so that we can get some blood flow to our large muscles. All right, we're going to do hopping side to side. So waking up the ankles, adding a little coordination by adding that hop side to side. We got 4, 3, 2, last one. Change it to a little jog. Jump rope arms. Shoulders stay down away from the ears. We got 4, 3, 2, last one, and march it out. Big arms, big legs. Knees up and push the sky. Push up toward the ceiling. You do not need to have your knee up as high as me, or you might bring it up a little higher. Do that right knee lift for you. It's all about getting that hip movement going. All right, this time, bring the arms out to the side. All right. We got 4, 3, 2, last one, and step it side to side. Arms in, legs in. Take up space. Get to know this space. All right. 4 more. 3, 2, one, hamstring curl. So opening up the hamstring, opening up the hip flexors a little bit, and open the chest, and drive your shoulders or your elbows back. No, don't drive your shoulders back. And if you've taken me long enough, you know that sometimes I just say the wrong body part. I don't know why. Double it up. I think it's just I'm saying body parts all the time. And sometimes they just get mixed up. Last double. Single it out. 4, 3, 2, last one. All right, so heart rate is slightly elevated. Not high like if you're doing cardio work, but I do want the heart rate up just a little bit so we just get a little extra with our strength workout today. All right, we're gonna pause here. Let's get a quick rotation through the hips. Feeling that ball joint roll through the socket and reverse. So my upper body is coming along for the ride, but my hips are the drivers. All right, rock it side to side. We're gonna bring our butt back a little bit and bring it forward, back and forward. So we are starting to move into our squats. Here's the thing about squats. A lot of times what I see when I'm in person with people is the first thing to go down when we say to squat is you drop those knees, and now you're stuck and you're putting a lot of pressure on your knees. So part of our warm-up here is to get the hips to be the initiator. So it's all initiating right here. You're reaching back and squeeze up. Squeeze through the glutes. Once you get down low enough, then your knees come along for the ride. But the hips are the driver. And your core is supporting you. Your shoulders stay down. So watch that rounding. You're super strong. All right, let's make this a little bit bigger. Come down, lift the arms up overhead. We want to start feeling a little bit of burn in the leg. You might not be there yet, but we'll add on. We're going to drop it down and pulse it. Right here, we have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the legs in. Stay low. Hold right here. So have your feet touching or as close together as you can. Stay down here. Drop down lower and lift up. So narrow squat. As you come up, squeeze your glutes. Keep the shoulders down. Engage the core. Full body workout, these squats are. Drop it down right here and pulse it. Stay right here. Keep your head and neck in alignment. Find that spot that's down and slightly ahead. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Let's shake it out. All right, we're gonna add on to that squat. We're gonna do a squat and then drive the knee. We're gonna do one side and then the other. So come into mid-stance position. Toes are forward, knees are soft, shoulders up, back and down. Come down, drive the knee, same side, drive. So we are gonna tire this one side out just a little bit. Add those running arms if you like. Down, lift that knee. All right, let's do 4 more this side. 4, 3, 2, last one. Watch me here. I'm gonna come down, step to that, I guess 2 o'clock. So we're working those hips down. So it's kind of like a lunge, but slightly at an angle. Watch this back knee. It is driving down toward the floor. All right, we got 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring it back in, mid-stance. Come down, lift. Just regular squats. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. Then we add that knee. Go down, lift, same side. Over and over again. Burning it out. Also getting that heart rate up. That's gonna, you kind of add a little bonus when you're doing strength work and you get cardio, and you add a little bonus when you're doing cardio and add strength. Let's do 2 more. Last one, bring it down. This time we go down, come forward, down, forward, down, forward. So now we're at 10 o'clock. So slightly angled, but you're still doing that front lunge. Just adding a little work to all these muscles around the knee joint. All right, let's do 2 more. Last one, and shake it out. I'm gonna grab some water. It's kind of dry in this room that I'm in. Grab some water if you want to, and then grab one of your weights, the heaviest weight that you have. However, if you do not have weights or you don't have a heavy weight, not a problem. What you're just gonna need to focus on your form and execution. We are gonna do, well, you should anyway, but you'll have to focus in a different way. We are gonna be doing reverse wood choppers. So wood chopper, regular wood chopper, your weight starts up here and you swing down. We are gonna start low and swing up. As we swing up, everything on the side of the body, that's the opposite end that's getting swung, is gonna rotate. So my toe is gonna be facing in. I'm gonna have my heel up and my hips are rotated in. Everything is supported through this oblique. All right, grab your weight. So if you're doing this without weights, what you're gonna do is focus on that form and execution. Let's set it up. So your weight is here and bring it up. So add that rotation, and that gets that momentum going. So when I say to stop, you're gonna have to control this weight, if you are working with a weight, to get it to slow down. Let's keep it going for about 10 more seconds. Really using those abs. We got the hips in there. We got the shoulders. 3, 2, last one. And did you see how I had to kind of control that weight? All right, other side. So again, we have that rotation. Arms are here, and you're bringing that up, that reverse wood chopper, rotating so that the hips come forward, toe touching the floor. All right, let's set it up. That was a long enough break. Let's go. Bring it down, swing it up. Last thing, arms stay straight. Okay, I can't promise that that's the last thing, but it's the last thing I thought of. All right, blow your air out right there. All right, 10 more seconds. Stay strong all the way through. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and last one. See, at that end, I had enough momentum going that it took a little bit. All right, we are gonna do a bicep curl with a side lunge or a lateral lunge. So you're gonna have weights in, one weight. Pardon me, wrong exercise. You're gonna have one weight to the center. We're gonna step out to the side, come low, lift, bring it up, come to the other side. And let me make sure I have space. So make sure you have space too. A range will be here, center, and here. Here's what I want you to think about. As you are coming to the center, your leg is pushing off, your hips are working, your core is working, and we're gonna come to the other side. All right, so weight comes down here, we come down, lift it up, down, center, down, lift, down, center. So that bicep curl is continuing throughout. Watch that landing of the foot. You have your toes forward, hips are squared forward. So we're not turning and lunging. We're doing a side lunge, totally strong. Again, heart rate is probably gonna be going up as we are doing strength work, body weight work. All right, let's finish out this side. Now we have a set of 4. Push through right there. Here's 4. And 4 is 1 to each side. So here's 3. All right, we got 2 more to go. Keep those biceps moving. Keep coming side to side. Last one, right here. And bring it through, finish it out. Let's set that weight down. We are gonna come down to the floor a little bit. Head will stay up. We're not laying down yet. So you can have a mat if you want, a towel. I'm just gonna, at this point, stay with my floor, but we're gonna come into a hovering tabletop. And you can stay right there. Right there is a lot of challenge, actually. It takes a whole lot of core work to stay in that hovering tabletop. So tabletop position looks like this. You have your wrist under elbow, underneath your shoulder. So right here is actually a very strong position. Now what I want you to do to get that hover, you're gonna curl your toes under and lifting through the abs and pushing through the hands. You're gonna lift those knees, hold here. Feel that core engage. You're gonna hold this, you're gonna rotate and bring a leg through, come back to that hover. Every time that you're coming side to side, come right back to that hover, keep everything strong. So here we go, join me when you are ready. And keep going if you're hovering and doing all the things. If you are new to this and doing that, threading your foot through feels like a little more than you want to tackle today, you can hold here and you can come down and up and really zero in on squeezing at the navel. All right, so wherever you are, let's do a set of 10. So we got 10, and a set is turning 1 each side. So all the way through, coming back, controlling that movement. I think that was 2, so we got a ways to go. Every time you come back to that strong hover, 3. Getting there. All right, with this next one, we are gonna hit that halfway mark. Here's number 5. And now we have 5 more. Check in. Do you need to reset anything? Do you need to change what you're doing? Wherever you are super strong. See this through as best you can. Okay, we're almost there. 2 more sets. Making sure you're breathing. Did you hear me? Exhale. It's a lot of work going on. All right, here's the finish. Finish it out. Come back and release. Come into child's pose. And release. All right, let's grab some water. We're gonna come back up. We're not ready to be on the floor for very long yet, so grab some water and grab weights if you are working with weights. We are gonna do a reverse lunge with an overhead press. And one of the challenges to this movement is with the overhead press, when you have this reverse lunge. So we're gonna come behind, lift up and press and come in. Come behind, press, come in. So just alternating that. The challenge comes in with that overhead press, where when you're in this position and your arms are going up overhead, your back may want to arch. So watch that. If you can control that, go ahead, keep the weights. If you can't, then take the weights out. Get that movement down. All right, let's go. So starting out, weights at the side, know your space. Come back, push, and bring it in. So here's the other thing that I got going on that I didn't mention before. I come down and push and come back down. So there's just a little bit more of a pulse going on. And that little pulse can actually help you get those weights up. So using your whole body, keeping it nice and slow, alternating. You are so strong. All right. Ooh, I forgot to overhead press. Hopefully you didn't. I was looking at my list. We got so much to do. All right, I'm gonna finish out on this side. And then I got one more full set right here. Here comes my last one. And release. Set those weights down. Grab water if you need to. Wipe off sweat if you need to. And we are going to do a little bit more challenge. We got some core. Let me set up my mat. We have a couple of options. So I'm going to set up my mat, but actually first I'm going to show option one. We are going to be doing some reverse lunges. The advanced move is to do a reverse lunge and come all the way down to your knees and then switch it out. But if that doesn't suit what you're looking for today, I'm going to show you what you're going to do instead. You're going to come down into a squat. So see there, I initiated at the hips, then my knees came along for the ride. Here is my stable position, not coming up, staying down here. And I'm going to tap back, so shift weight as you tap back, just alternating. So here is number one, and you're alternating that back tap. If you are ready to step down and come down onto your knees, make sure you have, well, everybody's different, but make sure that you have a way to protect your knees from the floor. I definitely need that. So, whoops, this is better. I need the mat behind me. So I'm gonna step back, come all the way down, bring this leg down, bring this leg through that went down, push myself up, and now I reverse it. So those are the two options. I'm gonna keep it going. Do what you need to do wherever you are. So are you stepping down and up, or are you stepping back? That alternation is what we're looking for. So whatever came through first, you're gonna push it up. All right, so trying to alternate. I might have messed that up because this talking and alternating at the same time gets a little challenging. So here's the thing to think about too. While you are coming up and down, not leaning forward or back, but coming straight up so that that movement comes through your legs and your hips. All right, you got this. We're gonna stick with these for a little while. So it's really a very low reverse lunge. Keep breathing. We're gonna do this for 15 more seconds. Woo! Everything coming through the hips, the core, and the legs. All right, you're so strong. Here is our break. Bring it up and come up and shake it out. So whatever you're doing with that one, whether you were down here and stepping back and shifting, you got that burn, or you were coming all the way down with me, you really got that heart rate up probably. All right, we are gonna move the mat out of the way if you have the mat that you're working with. And we are going to grab both weights or no weights. You're gonna decide. So what we're gonna do, we'll see if I can even do this, because now I'm starting to get tired. I've taught a few classes today. But what we're gonna do is you are gonna hinge forward, come down, do a row, come down, and switch legs. Do that again. So leg out, weights are down, row, down, switch legs. So just alternating, this part slow, add that row, and come back in. If you haven't started yet, go ahead and start. Now, I'm gonna set these weights down. You do not need to have the weights You can do the same movement and add challenge by really focusing on that execution and that form. So either without weights like this or with weights, but wherever you are, let's do a set of 4. So that it totals 8, because we're going to do a set, 1 each side. All right, let's go. Here's 4. Whoops, 1 side. See, those weights are getting me over. And here's number 2 of set 1. Finding that alignment for the head and neck. And if you have the stability, you can go faster, but going slow and controlled so that you hold each position all the way through. All right, I believe that we just finished number 3, and now we are on number 4. I could be wrong, but I'm losing count because I'm focusing. And let's shake it out. Let's set these weights aside. We're coming down back onto that mat or just to the floor. We are going to do tricep dips. So mat or no mat, and set it up, sitting up tall. We're going to bring our hands behind our hips. Fingertips are forward. Shoulders are down away from the ears. You can be up here for these tricep dips. You can be slightly lifted, or I'll show you a way that you don't have to be lifted and still add intensity. So everybody drop down just a little bit. Come back up. Drop down and come back up. This time when you drop down, bring your attention to your abs. So every time you drop down into this tricep position, your abs need to engage to stabilize. So we're working triceps, but also working on stabilization. All right, come into this drop down position. We're gonna go lower, push up all the way, push. Now you can add leg lifts, or you can add that lift if you want a little more. If you don't want to be lifting your whole body up or lifting your legs, here come the pulses to add some more intensity. So pulse right here. So having this come through the palms of the hands, fingertips can wiggle, squeeze. Check in with that core. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, almost there, 4, 3, 2, last one, single it out, 8, 7, 6, watch your abs, 3, 2, and last one, and release. We're going to turn forward, a little bit more ab. So straighten the legs, or you can have a bend in the leg. It's going to depend on how straight up you can stand. So if you are if you can sit up tall and have this square, you can have straight legs. If you start hinging back, bend the knees so that you can sit up nice and tall. We're going to grab one weight and we're going to come side to side. So rotate side to side. So a little more oblique. And here's what I want you to check into is the knees. Keep them stable, pointing straight up. All right, we're gonna do one side. Turn. Just coming back to the center. Pause. Control that movement. Push. Push. Let's do 4. 4, 3, 2. Here comes that last one. Come back to the other side and push. 4, 4, 3, 2, last one, shake it out. Arms come straight. You come over, lift, and over. So controlling the stabilizing through the hips and through the abs. Couple more sets. Watch those knees, they stay pointing straight up. Last set. Right here. Set that weight aside. Bring your hands behind you and support your lower back and get a little bit of a hinge. Fingertips forward and your weight is in the palms of the hands. You're going to lift right here. Here's what I want you to think about. You are lifting through the quad, not so much through the hip flexor. We're going to come up, out, up, and in. Up, out, up, and in. Check out the shoulders. They're staying down away from the ears. Your abs are engaged. If you're really strong, you can do that without holding your hands. I'm not there yet. Let's do one more time. And shake it out. Come to the other side. So you're coming up, up and over, up and down. The whole time, you're really engaged in the core. So compound movement, shoulders are down. Up and over, and up and down. Making sure you are breathing all the way through, sitting up tall, engaging your abs. So much going on. Keep it out of the hip flexor, keep it in the quad. Let's do two more. Here comes our last one. Right here. Bring it back, finish it out, and shake it out. All right, we're going to flip it over, and we're going to do some walking push-ups. Let me show a couple of options, and actually I'm going to grab some water first, and I'm going to then show a couple of options. So option number one, and again, you can pull out your mat if you want a mat or a towel, but option number one is going to be a knee push-up. You're not actually on your knees, so you come in and then push yourself forward just a little bit so that you're not on your kneecaps, but you're on the top of the thigh. All right, so you can be here to start. You can do your push-up, walk, move the knees just a little bit, and push up again, and you're going to do that walking side to side. Option two, you're up on your toes. If you're in a wide stance, out here you have more stability for that push-up. Option three is up on your toes. Toes are together, feet are together. This is less stable. All right, so pick your poison, pick what you're gonna do today, either on the knees, on your toes, with wide stance or narrow stance, and let's get this done. So we also have a plank built into this. So let's come into our position, wherever we're gonna be, and let's go. We're gonna do this for 30 seconds. Wherever you are, your core is engaged. If you are doing this up on your toes, try to also squeeze your glutes. Coming down, as you come up, I want you to think about not just your pecs, but your abs and the outer part of your arms. And you're breathing. We're almost at that 30 seconds. Let's finish this one out. And wherever you are, come into a child's pose. And release. Let's shake it out. We're going to come back up to standing and bring one weight along with you. We're going to do some rows. So we have 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Let's check in with the feet. A lot of times this back foot wants to turn out. Usually it's because your calf, your gastroc is tight. What I want you to do is come into a wider stance so that those knees can be forward. Knees forward, toes forward, or you can step in more narrow. But in any case, toes facing forward. This front knee is not going to go past the ankle. Our hips are forward. Everything here is about core stability. Hinge forward at the hips. Bring your head and neck in alignment. Bring that weight down. Drive your elbow straight back. So everything is stabilizing through the core. All right, let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more here. 3, 2, last one, and let's bring it in and switch it out. So setting up the feet, toes forward, hips forward, knee does not go past the ankle. Hinge at the hips and drive straight back. So we're keeping everything straight forward and hinged, head and neck in alignment. So you got good, strong core stabilizing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more. And here comes our last one right there, and release. We are going to grab our other weight and do a set of bicep curls. We did one kind of mini set of bicep curls when we did the side lunges. Now we're going to do it a little bit more seriously. All right, have both weights and then come into a plie position or second position. Sorry about that. I got dry. Okay. So this is what happens if you forget to drink water. All right, toes are out. Knees out, pointing toward the toes. We're going to drop down. Bring your weights down. This weight is going to go on this hip. This elbow is going to go on this other thigh. Back is flat. Shoulders are down. And lift lower. So again, you are stabilizing through that back, through the core. And squeeze. You get a little more intensity when you're bringing that elbow to your leg. Let's do a couple more. Oh, one more right here. Blow your air out, and let's bring it up. Shake it out. Come back down. This weight is going to now be on the hip flexor. This arm comes down. Lower it. Bring the elbow in. Hold here. And lift lower. So full body engaged here. Breathe. I know your hips are working, your quads, your abs. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last 1. Bring it down and lift it up. Hopefully you felt that also in your hips. Let's set the weights aside. And this time I'm going to remember to drink water. That happens to me if I forget. My throat just dries. All right, let's get our mat and we're going to do some floor work. We're going to come into side plank. So let's set it up. Couple of options. Again, always have options. I just want to show one thing. A lot of times people think plank needs to be really big. It doesn't. When I'm right here with my knees bent, hips stacked, and I'm right here, this is a side plank. This can be your plank if you are just getting started. If you have shoulder issues, for whatever reason, this can be your plank. That's number one. You can also be up here and hold this. The key is to hold up and engage the obliques, the side ab muscles. All right, number 2, you can have this bottom knee bent and lift up with this straight leg. Number 3, either feet stacked or feet staggered, and you're coming up. Wherever you are, we're going to start doing some hip dips. I'm going to be in the middle, so my knee is going to be bent, hips stacked, and I'm going to come up, hold here. So let's hold this plank. So wherever you are, hold your plank. Stay right here. 5 more seconds. 2 and 1, and just start coming down and lift, lifting up like there's a string pulling your hip up. All right, 4 more. 3, 2, and last one, right there. Let's bring it down. We're going to come to the other side. So setting all of that up again on the other side, whatever is the right plank for you, side plank for you. So here, here, one straight leg, both straight legs. I'm going in the middle, and let's bring it up and hold. Just hold it up. So squeezing through the obliques and breathe. All right, we're gonna go down and up, just like this. All right, 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and here comes our last one, and release. We're gonna flip it over onto our bellies and do some swimming, so kind of like a Pilates swimming right here. So flip it over into kind of our Super Friends position. We got feet coming to one end of the room, point the toes. We got fingertips coming to the other end of the room, and lift up and swim right here. So squeeze through the navel and breathing in and out, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring the hands to the sides, push up and push back into a child's pose. Bringing your head, your forehead down toward the floor and stretching out through the shoulders. All right, we're gonna bring it back. Remember that tabletop position? We're not gonna hover this time. We're just gonna come into this tabletop position. Fingers are spread. Knees are in line with the hips. Hold right here. And squeeze your navel to the spine and roll in. Come to flat back. Let's do that 2 more times. Tuck in, roll, squeezing that navel up toward the ceiling. Come back in. Here comes one more time. Squeeze, roll through, and release. All right, we are gonna flip it over. We have some scissors. So just a little bit more ab, and then we will start stretching things out. So I'm gonna come all the way down to my back, and we're gonna bring the legs straight out. They can hold right here. You can have scissors going. Upper body can stay down, and you can protect the lower back by bringing the hands in, or if you like to add a little more challenge, you can be lifted up. But we're just gonna start scissoring the legs. Hold here, and you can bring them down, only going as low as you can without adding an opening under the back, and come back up. So alternating, going down and up. Let's bring it down, and then do one more set. Here we go, up, and bring it back down. All right, bringing knees into the chest. Bring your forehead in toward the knees, and then release. Stretch your arms and fingertips to one end of the room. Flex the feet, bring your heels to the other end of the room. Release the arms, and bring one foot to the floor, knee toward the ceiling, other foot toward the floor, making sure that your knees are in line with your hips. All right, bring fingertips back to the base of the skull, and we're just gonna start some bicycles. So a couple of options here. You can lift one foot at a time, or you can have both feet up and pedal your feet as you rotate side to side. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Let's do a few more. Last set, and release. All right, bring those knees in toward the chest and your hands at the shins. This is something where you have to just do what I say, not what I do, because between my ponytail and my mic, which is pushing on my ponytail, I cannot bring myself into this position where you're holding the orange right there, but please try to get that for yourself. Hands are on the shins, and lift up. Pull the knees in a little closer, and release, and bring the upper body down. Bring the hands to the top of the knees, And we're gonna open up the hips, just stirring the pot. That rotation coming through the hips. Let's do one more this direction, and then reverse. So your hands are there just guiding your knees through circles, loosening up the hips. Let's do one more this direction, and then bring your knees back together, hands come back to the shins, and just rock side to side, giving your lower spine and the tops of your hips a little bit of a massage. And release. We're going to bring one foot down toward the floor, knee up toward the ceiling. Other leg comes up. The knee can be bent or straight. Have the hands come behind the hamstring. And flex, point, flex, point. One more, flex, and point. We're going to rotate through the ankle and reverse. And bring that foot down. Other leg comes up. Flexing the foot, knees either straight or bent, hands behind the hamstring. And flex, point, flex, point. One more, flex and point. And we're going to rotate through the ankle and reverse. And bring that foot down. We're going to bring one leg up, other leg up, and come up to standing all the way up. So however you need to come up to standing, come all the way up and meet me up at the top. All right, we're going to take a big breath in through the nose. Keep the arms up, stretch through the sides of the body, and release. Open the chest, bringing heart to the sky. Round the back, stack the hands, bring the chin to the chest. Bring the arms up overhead and push out, opening up the shoulders. Let's keep opening out and release. Roll the shoulders forward, back. One more, forward and back. We're going to come on to one foot, grab your shoelaces on the other foot, and drop your knee down toward the floor. Push through your shoelaces, opening up the hip flexor. And release. Let's come to the other side. Same thing. Push your hand through the shoelaces, opening up the hip flexor. And release. We're going to bring both arms up, elbows straight forward. Give yourself a pat on the back. Come in a good posture position. Push the elbows straight back, opening up the triceps. Bring the hands down forward, palms forward, fingertips down. And stretching through the biceps. We're going to take a big breath in and release out. Let's grab more. Big breath in, bringing the hands together at the top. And let's always thank our bodies for what they've done for us today. I thank you for working out with me. I hope you have a great rest of your day. See you next time.